Welcome to the Time Traveling Guide, and today we'll be exploring the Song Dynasty. This is made by yours truly, Anthony Vlonas, and this recording will just be based on exploring the presentation. You can explore it on your own, I may have the link posted already. Anyway, without further ado, let's get started. The purpose of this guide. I'm just a fellow time traveler like you folks, and I'm here to give you a short guide as to why and how you want to travel to China's Song Dynasty. I'd recommend reading through the whole guide just so you can understand what you'll get into once you travel to the Song Dynasty. So enjoy. First of all, why visit the Song Dynasty? Well, first of all, paper currency. One thing you should be looking forward for is getting yourself a hold of Song Dynasty's paper money. They're the first civilization to ever utilize such form of currency, so handle it with care. I'd recommend to money spread on them peasants when you feel so. What's wrong with flexing? I'm broke. Anyway, moving on. Dense cities. What's not to love about visiting an ancient city during the height of its era? Dozens of cities in this era already have 15,000 people, which is an incredible amount, especially at its time. So it's best to enjoy the liveliness of each city for as much as you can. You may even befriend one or two people. And moving on, Neo-Confucianism. And quick side note, there are some words here that are underlined, and I want you to remember those words. Just keep them at the back of your mind. Anyway, Neo-Confucianism is essentially a branch formed in the Song Dynasty that expands onto the topic of metaphysics, which is done to challenge the explanations of Taoism and Buddhism. I don't know about you all, but this may be the best time to learn Neo-Confucianism once you travel back in the past. You may even meet the masterminds behind the ideology. Like the guy at the picture over there. Zhu Zi, I believe this name, is one of the famous people that work in Neo-Confucianism. And moving on, there are some places that I'd recommend for you guys to visit. One such place is the markets of Hangzhou. Feel free to shop there. With a size that extends from one boulevard to another boulevard and to the gates of the palace, you'll find a variety of trinkets, vintage items on sale within these stalls. No refunds! In all seriousness though, there are gonna be some problem with this visit, especially since you're visiting an ancient city of all things. Gender hierarchy. So, for all the ladies in the time traveler audience, it's important to note that you will be the odd one out once you visit the Song Dynasty. You won't fit their beauty standard as you're not foot binded, but also China at this moment is a patriarchal society, meaning that you gals may encounter trouble, misogyny, and bunch of pushback against the natives of this timeline. So please, please, please tread lightly. Moving on, here are some tips when traveling to the Song Dynasty. Key point, understand Confucianism and have cash. So learning Confucianism is an especially good way to navigate your travels to the Song Dynasty, considering that China is dominated by Confucian thinking for centuries. And speaking of travels, you will definitely need money for the dynasty. Remember, you still need that to travel, buy clothes, get food, drinks, house to stay, and so much more. Start slaving away! And here's the words that I told you guys to keep in mind. I made a vocabulary list for these three. I should have put more, but Well, anyway, Neo-Confucianism. A branch of Confucianism that explains metaphysical stuff. It states that we're all born morally good, but our physical being blocks that and clouds our morality. So we must learn to connect ourselves with that. Moving on, metaphysical or metaphysic. A philosophical topic that talks about the things that we can't see. Our being, soul, humanity, spiritual connection, etc. Foot binding. An ancient tradition where women tightly wrapped both of their feet in their youth to prevent foot growth. It creates a sandal-ish like mush, which was considered as a beautiful attribute to have despite its many drawbacks. And that pretty much concludes my whole presentations. The rest of the slides are just citations. And I hope you guys enjoyed my presentation. Jane, as you know, more appropriately, sayonara.